Most fans tend to regard Up Your Arsenal as one of the best in the series, and I'm sorry, but I'm totally on that boat as well. This truly is a great game. Before I get into all that, let's take a look at what we got. Ratchet and Clank are relaxing in their new apartment in Bogon when a news report appears that Veldin is under attack by a race of aliens called the Tyrannoids, led by an evil robotic supervillain named Dr. Nefarious, voiced by Armin Shimmerman. When they return to Solana, the Galactic President tells Ratchet that he believes that their best hope in stopping Nefarious is to find this mysterious jungle-dwelling man who once defeated him. This guy turns out to be Captain Quark, who wanted to escape his shameful past but is quick to leave his jungle life with the monkeys behind in order to stop his old nemesis. From there, he recruits a few familiar characters from the first game to help in the fight, who are a robotics expert named Big Al, a laid-back hoverboarder dude named Skid, and a personal trainer with a really thick accent named Helga. It's really refreshing to see these familiar characters return, as well as a few new ones, such as Quark's one-eyed monkey named Scrunch, and the President's daughter named Sasha, who becomes Ratchet's love interest. Once again, the character writing is really great and still maintains a lot of the humorous moments. The plot is much simpler this time around, but I also really enjoyed some of the personal routes it took at times. Speaking of plot, the main evil motive of Nefarious is that he absolutely hates organic lifeforms, as he calls them squishies, in sort of an obscene tone. His solution to this is to transform all living creatures into robots, and it's presented in such a way that you'll either find scary or silly or both, but I also think that's an accurate description of Dr. Nefarious himself. This guy is truly the best villain in the series. He meets the perfect balance of being threatening and straight up hilarious. He's got a funny gimmick of occasionally freezing up and playing soap operas, and when you put a trait like that to a design like this, it's straight up hysterical. His robot butler Lawrence, voiced by Michael Bell, is sort of a loyal servant to him, but always finds ways to sarcastically insult him, and it's this sort of comedic delivery that easily make it some of the most memorable in the series.
Who is responsible for this outrage?
I believe it was a Captain Quark or something.
Oh, Janice, you will always be the love of my life.
You really should have that looked at.
Oh yeah, and there's also a robot pop star named Courtney Gears, and while she is kinda played up to be a stereotype, she still gets a couple good laughs.
What is it?
I have a present for you, Snooky Wookums.
I told you to stop calling me that! Just bring me Agent Clank!
Of course, darling.
The gameplay? Holy crap, they really took everything to the next level. It still plays like going commando, but the weapons have multiple upgrades now and become more powerful each time. Of course you have your standard weapons, as well as some unique ones too, such as a plasma whip and a gun that fires black holes to suck up enemies. You also have control of two vehicle types, mostly during challenge segments where you help the Galactic Rangers fight off waves of Tyrannoids. You get your typical flying vehicle, your typical ground vehicle, and the control schemes on both are fairly good. I mean, I had no problems with them. In addition to that, the game had definitely removed all the things that didn't work very well in Going Commando, and tweaked the ones that did and made them better. The battle arenas are now a single location called Annihilation Nation, where you can fight in arenas and travel down death courses for bolt prizes. The worlds are bigger, more colorful, and more lively than ever on the PS2, so these locations are easily some of the best features in the game. Some locations from the first game also make returns, such as Metropolis and Blackwater City. For the first time, there's also a central hub world called the Starship Phoenix, where you can go for story missions, VR battles, new armor, to play vid comics, and all that good stuff. The soundtrack is very upbeat and adds to the environments very nicely, but some of the tracks are recycled from previous games. You get to play as Clank in a few more segments, and he is now the star of an in-game TV show called Secret Agent Clank, and this makes for a couple good jokes, but to be honest, I really didn't think it was all that funny. Quark is also a playable character for the first time, but only in these vid comics, which are like Ratchet and Clank playing a video game while in a video game, but these are still really fun and offer a great change of gameplay. This is also the first time that multiplayer is introduced. While it is very simple, it's pretty fun, but not that special. The Vita version lacks this feature, but the PS3 version still runs well, but they both still suffer from a few visual glitches like Ratchet's helmet appearing too big for his head. Everything else is significantly improved, from its presentation, to its humor, to its replay value, so you really can't help but to enjoy it. It's a game that I've played over and over again, and I'm sure I'll play it several more times in the future. It is truly out of this world.
It is time, Lawrence! Time to unveil the true future of this galaxy! The future I have chosen!
Oh, sorry. Did you say something, sir?
The activation device! Now! Behold the final chapter of this galaxy's destiny. The Age of Robots! You are my robot lover. Get my spark plugs go zap, zap. Say what you love. Lawrence!
Oh, dear, that was your audition for Galactic Idol, wasn't it? My mistake, sir. Dreadfully sorry. By all means, sir. Carry on.